And greetings everyone tonight for another match in the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational. Tonight's combatants are in the blue corner. We have ProBUs, who with a domination can move directly into the second round of the playoffs, I believe. And in the red corner, we're in the red trunks, we have LuBu. They need to win a single map in order to advance to the playoffs. So they don't have to win the match, but they have to take at least one map from ProBUs. If they don't, then they will not be making the playoffs. So as far as bans, ProBUs got rid of Dragon Shower and Garden of Terror. LuBu got rid of Lost Cavern and Tomb of the Spider Queen. And ProBUs won the coin flip and chose first hero, so that gives Lulu the first bat pick, and they will be taking us to Infernal Shrines. So, with no further introduction necessary, teams are ready to go, I think. And so we'll be starting the game here shortly. Hope everyone enjoys themselves. How's everyone out there in chat feeling? You guys tired of being at home yet? I know I am. Hopefully this will give us some distractions for a little bit. Alright, here we go, everyone. Greetings. So ProBUs gets the first pick, first draft. Let's see who they don't want to see. Do we see Zol get banned, or do they have a Zol player? Or do we see Deathwing? That's a popular first round pick. Kael'thas, maybe if you don't want him. These teams probably know much more about each other than I do. So it's Kael'thas, so they'd rather see a band. And Malthael goes away. I'm guessing that's a target ban for someone on ProBUs' roster, but I'm not sure. Maybe they just don't like Malthael. Maybe Malthael hurt them in an alley somewhere, and they're still afraid of him. I don't know. Do we see the Zul ban, or are they wanting to play Zul? Zeratul. Zeratul can be annoying. And there's the Zul ban. Yeah, I don't think this team with second pick is going to let him through. Maybe they were hoping for that, but if it's like Storm League these days, he's first ban material. So we see Johanna being taken. That's a popular pick. She's a great first pick. She does everything really well. She's also especially good on this map. I like taking the talent that gives her cooldown reduction on Condemn and just condemn the shrines. And take Holy Fury on top of that. It's a recipe for deliciousness. So for LuBu, we get ETC and Jaina, so we've got the Wombo potential there. Throw a Ring of Frost on top of the Mosh if they go that way. Jaina, also an AoE mage, will do a ton of damage on the minions. So Deathwing didn't get banned, so he does get to come out to play in his magnificent green skin. ProBUs picking him. And Greymane. That's probably a smart pick, not only to get Greymane on their team, but to get him off of LuBu. He's one of the counters to Deathwing. You get Greymane, Malthael, a little bit not so much, Leoric, Tychus, anyone with a excuse me, with a percentage damage later on. And Anduin goes away. So let's see who ProBUs wants to get rid of here. Leorg, getting rid of another Deathwing counter. I really like that. You invest a lot in Deathwing, so you want to take care of him. Let's see what LuBu wants to do to counter that over there. Deathwing is also really super annoying on the shrine. He can just pump out flames in a circle and kill the minions. So Tychus, that's one of the traditional Deathwing counters. So I like to see the Tychus pick up there. I'm assuming they have someone who really knows how to play Tychus, and they're not just playing the counter game, though. Otherwise, that could come back to bite them. But I'm guessing someone over there is a decent Tychus. So we have Deckard throwing out the triangles and the potions, and we have Gul'dan. Wow, that's going to be a lot of damage on those skeletons, both from Jaina and Gul'dan both. Deathwing's no slouch, Johanna's no slouch. Tychus can spray and pray around there. So these objectives may not take very long to get tonight. And with the last pick, we see Alex Straza. So I believe that would make this game a double dragon game. If I were clever, which I'm not, but I thought it was funny. Okay, see if anyone's going to swap. Looks like everyone is okay with what they've taken. So, here in a few seconds, teams are getting ready. We will be taking you to game one. And away we go. So I put out a call for some facts about ProBUs and LuBu because I don't know that much about the teams, and I feel like I should get to know them better. Didn't get a whole lot of them, but we'll throw a couple of them out here after we introduce the teams. All right, so let's introduce the blue team first. For ProBUs, we have 8-Bit on the Johanna, Tuna Breath on the Deathwing, Sage on the Greymane, Irby on the Deckard, and John Bunyan on the Gul'dan. On the red team, we have Alan Hicks on the ETC, Bandit on the Janus, Streakwing on the Varian, Spartacus on the Tychus, and Suikoden on the Alexstrasza. So let's go to mid because they're going to come there first because that's what we're required to do by law in HOTS. So let's get it underway. I don't think we'll see a lot of engagement here at first. Teams just kind of feeling each other out. These teams are too smart for someone to get picked really early, so I think we'll just start seeing them clearing waves and then rotating. So Varian's already decided he's just going to go ahead and rotate top and start grabbing the XP. So good for him. And ProBUs is going to looks like they're going to rotate mid-bot. LuBu is also just a little bit behind him. So in the top lane, we have that Deathwing and Varian matchup. I don't think anyone wins that outright, at least not quickly. So we'll see if anyone gets the upper hand there. Meantime, ETC a little aggressive there over the center line there, and we do see ProBUs taking their camp. LuBu's going to take theirs. Not unexpected. I do see Johanna. I thought she was going to sneak around for an invade there, but she's going down to get her minions. ETC a little bit aggressive. He's able to power slide back, though. We do have Greymane coming in, though, on Bandit, and Bandit is very, very low. Gul'dan finishes him off, but I think that's mostly Greymane's work. So we have first blood here. Sage, very, very low, but I think he's going to make it out. Decorative with the heal. So Greymane goes down, but Alexstrasza goes down. We have a lot of really low health bars. Varian thought about chasing that a little bit, but finally had to back off. Let's pop the talents up there. My apologies for not showing those earlier. So we have a couple stacking talents. Varian took his King's High Quest. Jaina will be going for globes. She'll want to get 20 of those. And Gul'dan is collecting circles. And he got a couple more right there. And we have 4s here in a moment. Top, we've switched it up so that it's now Tychus and Jaina out there. Deathwing is leaving to help clear that camp. His lane's pretty clear, so he's got some time to help take care of things. Or is he going for the bottom camp maybe? Or is he just rotating down to the bottom lane? Throwing that big impressive fire breath out there. And he's alone 1v3, but they don't have he's walking back. He's going to be safe. So team's posturing in that bottom lane. It looks like LuBu would really like to have that camp. They haven't started it yet. They do have 4 here. They are going to go in. ETC doing a really good job of anchoring there in that smoke. Now it comes in to take a couple auto attacks and help them take the camp. So ProBUs will have that camp to deal with. In the meantime, though, they have actually started the objectives, so they are up 10 already. So LuBu's going to really have to hustle, but Deathwing is going to have to stay down and take care of that camp bot. So they will be 5v4 as soon as ETC gets here. They're already down 24 to 40, so I don't know that they're going to be able to take this. with it being an arcane Punisher, that's not one of the most powerful ones, especially this early in the game. So they probably don't care too much about it. Although they are coming in and being a little bit aggressive here, and Tychus takes down Greymane. So we have 32 for the blue, 5 for the red. They're going to have to do a good job of burning the skeletons down and keeping the blue team out of there. So we'll see if they can do it. 33 now, 33 to 20. With dragon form for Alexstrasza is active. Oh, the other dragon is not looking good for him. Deathwing is really, really low. He is able to sneak back. Of course, he can't be healed by Deckard. That's unfortunate for him. ETC doing a good job of power sliding around and being aggressive, but not putting himself too much in harm's way. He's really living on the edge, but he looks like he really knows what he's doing. So really enjoying watching this ETC play. Nice power slide on Gul'dan. Gul'dan's going to have to back off. I think he's going to be safe. You can't say that for Tychus. Deathwing takes him out, and actually LuBu has taken the Punisher. They got to 40 before ProBUs did. So, and that camp in the bottom is still up. The minions are taking it down. Eventually, they're going to get a little bit of damage out of the wall, but right now they're thinking about the top wall, which is going down. The gate is down. We saw the two towers. ET is going to take one. The rest of them are going to take the other one. Alex gives them a nice, fat, well-placed heal. It'd be really nice to get that pool, and I think they're going to do it. Greymane throws a cocktail, so they have to get out, but not after the pool is gone. And we do have 7s here for both teams. Let's pop them up. Ooh, Johanna took Subdue, her quest talent. It's hard to finish that quest, but I think you get value out of that anyway. If you hit 2 heroes at once, the slow is 80%. It does not decay as opposed to 60%. But as a Johanna player, if you do complete that quest, it feels amazing, and that slow is just insane. So if 8-Bit can complete that quest, Johanna's going to be a beast the entire game, even more of a beast. I mean, she's always a beast, but she's going to be extra double probationary beast mode. So the team's going back to just gathering XP, trying to get 10. We have LuBu a little bit ahead in that race. And they will have the camp mid pushing a little bit. The blue camp is done. So they're going to leave that, and Tychus is up there sneaking around trying to get to Greymane. Greymane sneaks out a little bit. Alright. So ProBUs looks like they're going to be making a play on the bottom camp. I don't think LuBu's aware of it. They've taken their top camp, though, so they did get the value. It'll be camp for camp here. ProBUs having no problem with that camp. We do see a lot of red nameplates coming down, so they'll have to get out of there, and they do. Deckard with some nice well-placed potions to help them out just in case. Oh, Johanna's in the ring. I don't think... No, that's not Johanna. Sorry, that's Greymane. Greymane gets caught up in the ring, and he gets deleted. So he'll have some time to think about his next play. In the meantime, we do have our talents up. We have Stage Dive for ETC, Shield Wall for Varian, Lifebinder, Commander Odin. We'll get to see the big Odin, and of course, the Ring of Frost as we just saw. That is a smash variant if we didn't notice that earlier. So we have 4v2 down here. They're really pushing on that wall. The gate is down. They have 1 tower to get rid of. In the top lane, looks like Deathwing is finished defending that camp. Oh, nice fear, nice fear. I think it's going to cost ETC. It does. Well played, Gul'dan, you sneaky man, you. So Johanna being really, really forward, getting a little bit of slow on Stakewing, and that was enough to take him down. So we have Blessed Shield for Johanna. We have Stay a While and Listen. Horrify, we saw Cursed Bullet and Bellowing Roar for Deathwing. So that Cursed Bullet hits someone, will take a huge chunk out of someone. We'll see if you can find a really good spot for it. Alright. ProBUs is starting on this earlier, but then they started on the first one earlier, and they were unable to take it. So, see if they can pull it off here. LuBu milling around a little bit. Looks like they're going to come in. ETC power sliding, displacing. He does get hit by the magic triangle there, but he pulls up Stage Dive. And he got away with it. He got really, really low, but he's feared. He's feared away. Alex is feared away. Alex goes down. Deathwing is really low. He might have to take off here and heal up shortly. So LuBu have the run of the place for the moment, and they are almost tied up 25 to 21. Johanna comes in with the condemn. Deathwing's going to drop on everyone. And Deckard with the stay a while and listen. And wow, ETC was down to about 40, 45 health there. Manages to get out. ProBUs has 34, 36, 37. Looks like they're going to be able to take the objective. And they do. And this is a mortar punisher. So I'll be throwing little fireballs all over the place. Jumps over the wall. Varian takes it, but Johanna comes in at the same time. Varian does get away. Nice heal there. I think that was the Lifebinder. ProBUs pushing in. Looks like they really want this fort. They're committing to it. Johanna with the condemn there. Nice. Gul'dan gets the kill off the back of that. Triangle comes out. There are a lot of them rooted. That fort is just about to go down. Greymane jumps on it and swipes at it a couple times, and the fort goes down. So we have 13s for both teams. Let's take a look at them. In the meantime, ProBUs is pushing their advantage. They're invading the camp on the red side of the map. Looks like they're going to get away with it. LuBu's rotating down, but Johanna just waiting, and she does not have Busted Shield available yet. But she's still dangerous with or without that heroic talent available. ETC with the stage dive. I think maybe he thought that fight was going to get a little bit more intense than it did, so he's not going to have that available for another about 65 seconds. So ProBUs taking the camp on their side of the map now. I would not be surprised to see him rotate up either to the top camp or to the bottom camp. It looks like they're looking at the bottom camp. They're not in vision, so I think LuBu probably still knows that they're there. And if I figured it out, I'm sure they did. They're smarter than I am. I'm just a caster after all. Wow, I think Greymane hit him with the cursed bullet there. And Tychus does indeed go down. Gul'dan with the fear. Greymane is running for his life. He's not going to make it. He goes down. Deckard goes down. So that leaves us a 4v3 here. It's about to be a 4v2. Gul'dan, is he going to be able to make it? He does not. So I think LuBu is going to be able to take this fort. I don't think there's anything Johanna and Deathwing have to say about that. Deathwing's still up in the top lane getting him XP. Focused on 16. So the map is pretty square right now. Each team is missing one fort. However, LuBu has designs on the keep wall. And with the objective being in the bottom, this could be huge before the next objective. So they are able to take out one of the towers, and the gate is going to go down. I don't think the other tower is in danger. No, they're going to be able to clear it up. But they definitely did soften that up for the next objective. So LuBu coming back, regrouping a little bit. They've got a camp to clear up. We'll see if they rotate up to the top camp. ProBUs did rotate up to their top camp. Johanna's in the bottom, doing a little cleanup work there. And by my count, we'll have all of our heroics available for this except Odin in 20 seconds. And actually, by the time the objective starts, they'll all be available. So I expect a big fight here. We'll see who throws the first punch and see who's left standing. LuBu does have 16 available. ProBUs will have 16 available by the time everything kicks off. So LuBu's got a little bit of cleanup to do in the top lane. That camp's going to go down. They're going to let the camps fight it out. That's probably a good decision. They want to get down here and jump onto that objective. So we'll see who throws the first heroic and how many of the other 9 follow. You see sliding in. Johanna's not impressed. Ooh, he slides on Gul'dan, doesn't get the slide off, and the ring goes off, but the fear happens too, and the fear was enough for Varian to get out of place enough. He was able to, he went down. ETC with a nice power slide, and then Jaina is able to finish off Gul'dan. Alex goes down. ETC chasing the Greymane, decided to pull off the chaser. I don't know if he had him or not. I think that was probably a smart play to pull back. You don't want to chase that in the teeth of the blue team. Jaina has to use her ice block. It's only going to prolong the inevitable low, so she goes down. So we have a 4v2 for ProBUs, and they do have 29 Skellies killed, so they're going to get that objective. We have 16s now. Let's pop up the talents. So ProBUs does have the objective well in hand, it appears. We do have a big fat camp. Nope, we did have a camp. Deathwing says, no, we don't have a camp. Silly caster. What are you talking about? So we have a Frozen Punisher. Frozen Punisher will shut off buildings, so this is the big one. This is my favorite Punisher to have on my side of the map. EDC going in there very, very aggressively. He's low, but he's really getting the heals there. However, can't say the same for Alex. She falls. ET's also very, very low. He's going to have to be very careful. So Varian kind of picking up the slack there, tanking. The Punisher is down to about half health. So I think they're going to be able to take it down without losing all of the keep wall. They're going to lose part of it. They're able to jump it over. Wow, Varian gets down very low and then goes down. ETC goes down. Greymane just popped off there. So I lied about that wall. That wall is going to go down. And we have a 5v2 for ProBUs. They have 19. They don't have 20 yet. The ring comes out. Hit the building, didn't hit anyone else. Jaina is, she already burned her ice block. So Deathwing chases her. I don't know if she's going to make it back. She's not going to make it back to the Hall of Storms. So it's looking very perilous. We've got everyone up for ProBUs, and we only have Alex Straza and Tychus. So they're looking at the core, and I think they're thinking about maybe ending the game here. A lot of damage going out to the core. Shields burned. We're down to 90%. We have a couple of members of LuBu about to pop up, but I don't know that they have enough time. Oh, that was a really, really nice sail while and listen, just to delay the other team. Can Gul'dan do it himself? Wow. So the core call was made. We got it down to 21%. However, it was costly because we now have a 5-0. So now if you're LuBu, you've got to think, what can we do to push our advantage? It looks like they're going to paint the map red. We've got Alex, so maybe. Okay, so they're definitely going to take the bottom camp. I think, yeah, she's going to take the forward camp. That's a really smart play. You can take the forward one and then come back, get the other one. With only 30 seconds left, and I don't think they have time to get through a keep and then get through to the core. I wouldn't have minded seeing them take out the bottom keep, but taking all these camps, probably a better play. And they can stack these up and then maybe follow them in and see what kind of advantage they can press. Or all the other camps are up now, so just painting the map red is the other option. Now they are going to follow this in. They're going to see what happens here. ProBUs will all be up here momentarily. And I see 10 heroics ready here in 3 seconds, so excuse me, this could be the fight for the game. Let's see, what did Johanna take? Yeah, she took her big shield, so she can get a stun on the entire team if she's clever about it. So we pick up one of the camps that we missed. Probably rotate up to their top camp. I don't think they'll invade. ETC's heading in that direction. I like the ballsiness of this. And it looks like ProBUs is caught a little on the back foot here. So they are going to get that. So that's something else that ProBUs will have to clean up before this objective. And that objective is starting. Is ProBUs? Oh, I think they might be thinking backdoor. Shh. Be very quiet. They're being very, very sneaky. ETC says nope. He's going to come back with a stage dive and the power slide just enough to slow him down. Ring comes out. Stay a while and listen comes out to slow them down. Are they going to be able to do 21% worth of damage and the core? Johanna's down. Greymane's down. Deckard is down. The dragon is really, really low. He falls as well. John Bunyan is not going to be able to do it all. So now we have a 5v0 with death timers at a minute or so. Top keep is going to fall. My guess is you'll see them just rush the top keep and in the game. We'll see what they can do. Yeah, the objective doesn't matter. They don't care about the objective. I think they can end the game here. So, which way are we going to do it? No, they're going to stop and take the top fort. Hope they get at least a keep out of this. Well, they got the top keep for free. Okay, so they are going to go. Tigers just decided to take the fort on the way. Probably smart. Target of opportunity, and it didn't take more than a couple seconds. So we see 5 red nameplates around the core and nobody there to defend except for a couple catapults and a couple minions. The core is really, really going down. And 20%, 0%. That is game 1 to LuBu. And with that win, LuBu makes it to the playoffs. So no matter what happens the rest of the match, playoffs are assured for both teams. Alright, so let's go take a look at this game by the numbers. So Tychus put up a ton of damage. If I had to pick an MVP this game, it might be Tychus, but I think I'm probably gonna have to go with ETC. He was very, very slippery with that power slide. There were a couple times I thought, yeah, I'm going to be calling for his death in a second, but no, it didn't happen. He knew exactly how far he could go in and when he had to get out. So very well played on the ETC. But a lot of good plays on both sides. So good job both teams, and let's get on to game 2. So by the power invested in me in the Caster Association of America, I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is giving a team a point. So we'll give LuBu that point, and let's update our super high-tech map list. So that's a win for LuBu, and we'll see where the teams want to go for game 2. They're not messing around. They are ready to go here. So we're going to Battlefield of Eternity. Not sure who picked it. I'll ask though. But that's definitely where we're going to go. So I update my notes here. So I believe LuBu picked it, which means that ProBUs elected to take first hero pick after that. Not quite sure about that. We'll see when it comes up. We'll see who drafts first. So let's get some of the facts while we're waiting. So I was informed, these are all facts I was handed. Can't guarantee any of them are true or not. Their ProBUs does not wash their hands between matches. So I give them a black mark for that. Come on, guys and girls. So LuBu, they've been through some major roster changes and role changes. Some of the original team has taken a hiatus, so we have some people probably on different heroes and different roles. So Bandit is a level 170 Kel'Thas, so I don't think they're going to let him play Kel'Thas. And for a long time, Alan was a one-trick Dahaka. So my guess is Kel'Thas and Dahaka will not come out to play, even if LuBu would want them to come out. Although they weren't banned the first game, so maybe they're not as important as I think. So teams are getting ready to go. I was also informed that Alan wears jeans and a cowboy hat to bed. He holsters one of his 2 revolvers while sleeping for comfort. I hope to God that is not true, but you know, crazier things have happened. So those are all the facts that I have. So what did you guys think in chat that first game? If you got to pick an MVP, who's your MVP of that game? And what are your predictions for the second game? Who do we see banned? Who do you think the first picks are going to be? And more importantly, who do you think is going to win? So we do still have stuff on the line here. LuBu is their work is done here. They've punched their ticket to the playoffs. But ProBUs still has work to do. If they win, they get to advance directly to the second round of the playoffs. If they don't win, they're going to have to fight to get to that spot. So that bye, just one less match you got to win. Every match, something bad can happen. So it's a lot better to have that bye if you can get it. Team's still getting themselves into position here. Janitor's got to get all the bodies off the field from the previous game. We go into battlefield, so I'll be interested to see, do the teams draft for the burn? Do they draft for the team fight, kill the other team before you take the objective? I love this map because you can, either one of those is a completely legitimate strategy. That gray main was really a factor in the first game, so we'll see if they take him. He can really, really get it done when he's burning that immortal. So ProBUs did take first pick, so they get first ban. So that last map was brought to us courtesy of the fine folks at LuBu. And we'll see who they would like to get rid of. So we get rid of Kalthos. We're not going to see that level 170 Kalthos. I don't blame him. Not going to see the Malthael. Someone over there's got to be a really good Malthael player. If anyone in chat knows and can clue me in, I would appreciate it. Just for my own curiosity. Let's see where else we're going to get rid of. So the high priorities here that you could see, let's see, Greymane, we already talked about. Vala, burns the Immortal. They want to get rid of the Zeratul. Someone over there must be a really good Zeratul. Artanis. Used to be a Zagara. Back in the day, she was one of the best burners. She's kind of fallen out of favor, though. Although I don't mind her on this map if the rest of the comp supports it. Li Ming also, depending on the build, you can either build her more team fighty, or I like to play her on this map and go just straight up magic missile build, cannoneer, just kind of double down on that. And she can, once she gets 7, she can really, really chunk that immortal down. And then if she takes either Fireflies or Mirror Ball at 16, just pump magic missile after magic missile into that thing. So Johanna and Greymane have decided to switch teams between the match. Hopefully they get their new jerseys all ironed and pressed. Taking Johanna's is as good as a ban there. So you get her and you get to deny the other team. So that's a double bonus. What does ProBUs want to put with this Ming? Anna and Raynor. Raynor, I forgot to mention him. He can really burn that, especially with the changes he got the last time he was balance adjusted. If he talents for it, he can really put some damage into that thing. And Anna and Ming, that means possibly a nano boosted Ming, which is something that should strike fear into the heart of everyone on the red team. They're going to have to be ready for it. Who do they not want to see with that Ming and Raynor? Get rid of ETC, so choke out another tank. I really like that ban, especially if someone on 8-bit is a known ETC player. And I think, for me, ETC and Johanna are probably my two favorite tanks to see in these kind of matches. They just both have so much versatility, and they just can. I mean, we saw the ETC the last game was just really, really good. Zul finally gets banned. I'm kind of surprised to see he wasn't banned first, and I'm even more surprised to see no one taking advantage of that fact, but they decided they're not going to take the flavor of the month. They're going to stick to the heroes that they know how to play. Not that anyone doesn't know how to play Zul, but I really respect that. I hate seeing someone in my Storm League games that takes Zul because he's popular now and he has a 60% win rate, even though I don't know how to play him. Lily comes out. Doesn't see a lot of play in competitive, but I really love Lily. I have over, like 1,000... 1,050, something like that, ranked games with Lily dating back to the old Hero League. So I love me some good Panda play. There's more to it than just holding Q, although I will admit my ring finger gets sore when I play Lily because it's holding down the Q button almost constantly. But there's a lot to it there. It's about getting the other team to chase you, positioning. So we get Thrall and Mal'Ganis over there on ProBUs. Lily can... They don't really have any CC for Mal'Ganis. They can prevent him from landing the auto attacks. Lily can get up in his face and blind him, so he's not going to get some of the healing. I'd like to see him take a big CC, like, I don't know, maybe an Uther or something. Arthas is good. Shut him down. That's a really good idea, I think. So we'll see if the teams are going to swap or if they're happy with their chosen heroes. It looks like they are happy. And without further ado, we will be taking it to game 2. And if the second game is as good as the first one, I kind of hope it goes 3 games. That was a very entertaining game, a lot of back and forth, a lot to root for, no matter which team you actually want to win. It was just exciting in general. Well played, everyone. All right. So here we go. Let's get over here and introduce the blue team. So for the blue team, we have, for ProBUs, we have Sage on Li Ming, Irby on Anna, John Bunyan on Raynor, Tuna Breath on Thrall, and 8-Bit on Mal'Ganis. And for the red team, we have Alan Hicks on Johanna, Streakwing on Greymane, Bandit on Jaina, Sukanen on Lily, and Spartacus on Arthas. And we're going to see one in the top. We're going to see Arthas as the off lane. I like that. And the rest of the teams are just going to mix it around bot here. And I think I referred to Streakwing as Stakewing several times last game. My apologies. You deserve better than that. So Mal'Ganis just kind of waiting in the shadows, putting people to sleep. Johanna is his first victim there, but she's got the unstoppable D, so she's not incredibly impressed by that. So neither team getting very aggressive here. These teams are both really smart, and I don't think anyone wants to be the one that makes that first mistake. Let's look at our talents here. So Ming does go with the Force Armor. Everything else looks pretty standard. Thrall is collecting stacks with Echo of Elements. That's a staple of the offlane Thrall. Jaina collecting orbs again, and Arthas collecting, he went for Eternal Hunger. So we will see Jaina rotating those orbs when she can get them. LuBu rotating down to that camp. Everyone's there. I don't think anyone's going to be able to take that camp. I think the team that starts it is probably going to be the team that dies while the other team takes it. So they're going to leave it alone for a while. We'll see if someone can get an advantage, and or maybe send one member down there sneakily while no one else notices. Mal'Ganis kind of low, but when you put 3 out of the 4 to sleep, it's really easy to be safe. Jaina does get a nice blizzard on him, and of course, right as I'm done saying he was safe, he is first blood. So Jaina puts him down, and that's going to let LuBu come down and rotate that down to the camp. They're going to miss maybe a tiny bit of soak up top, but they're going to get the camp, and they may not even miss the soak. They missed a couple globes worth, but that's it. So they're going to get back up there. And they're still at even XP. I wouldn't mind seeing someone, maybe Greymane or Raynor, cheekily get up here to the top camp. LuBu's taking the mid camp. Usually you see this taken right before the objective. Well, the objective's almost here. Maybe a little earlier than usual. ProBUs is taking theirs right now. So a lot of red up in the top, and they started it so they get the other camp. So well played. Greymane making short work out of the camp. There we have 4 talents being taken. And so we've got the red camp pushing the top for LuBu. And Johanna going in with that nice condemn there. They're going to see what kind of value they can get out of this camp in the top. Mal'Ganis puts the people to sleep, kind of shuts down that offensive there. So we don't have anyone burning yet. Both Immortals are still at 100%. Let me pop the camera out a little bit so maybe we can see a little more of this. So we've got all 5 members of ProBUs there getting on the Immortal now. But LuBu is it's just Greymane on the Immortal, and he's more than keeping up. He is actually beating all of Probius. Although there's a lot of defense up there, so in their defense, not all their shots are getting in. So Jaina and Greymane really doing work down there, and everyone's in a favorable burning position here. So we have Raynor is the only one on the red Immortal. We've got a lot of people over there in the blue Immortal. It looks like LuBu is going to be able to take that. And Mal'Ganis is low. Mal'Ganis goes down, so we'll have 5v4 here. He'll be back up pretty quickly, so I think he'll still be up there in time to help them defend the Immortal. And Ana got away with one there. Greymane saw a target of opportunity and just jumped on her. She is able to survive though, and she does have a well, so she'll be up healthy here shortly. Whoops. So we had the Immortal. The shield is gone. It's down to about 50%, but the gate is gone. The 2 turrets are gone. The fort itself is about 50%. They're not going to be able to get that. Mal'Ganis putting his people to sleep, and that results in Jaina going down. He has to back up, though, because he gets really low, but he got out of it that time. So some more minions to clean up, but that fort is going to survive. So down in the bottom lane, we have Thrall and Arthas. Let's see where we are in those quests. Arthas is... He took his Frozen Waste also. He's a little more than halfway there. And Thrall is about halfway to his Echo of Elements quest, so he needs to kill about 7 more minions. So ProBUs is going to get this camp, but they're going to give up the fort for it. So LuBu says, you can have the camp, we're going to take your structure. We can kill the camp. You can't bring the structure back to life. So I think that was a pretty good trade. And they are going to be able to clear this up with a minimum of fuss. Mal'Ganis being really sneaky up there. He's just waiting for someone to come through that choke point there. No one did, but had they come through there, they were probably going to be sitting down for about 20 seconds. So it's probably a good thing nobody chose that path. That camp still pushing. They're going to be able to clear it up now. Jaina throws a nice fat blizzard on top of it. So the camp is done. Mal'Ganis coming in, putting some more people to sleep, but they don't have a DPS right there to follow up on it. So we have the camp available for LuBu. I don't know if they'll take the camp or if they'll just get in position to burn. We'll have to see how this goes. Looks like Johanna's going to start the camp. So potentially ProBUs could get a jump on this, but we do have Arthas and Lili playing a little bit of defense. So the blue Immortal still at 100%. The red one's burning. Now there's a little burn started on the red Immortal. Johanna's in really, really deep, but then again, that's what Johanna does. She's got her D. And the ring goes down, and Johanna finishes off Raynor. So give Jaina the assist, but give Johanna the kill there. We do have 10s now. So Blessed Shield for Johanna, Curse Bullet for Greymane. Lili took Cups. I love seeing Cups here. Ring of Frost, and Arthas took Cindergosa. I think Water Dragon, if you're up 2 levels at 10, then you take Water Dragon and you just get cheeky with it. But unless that's happening in a competitive game, I just like Lili. I like to say when I take Lili, I have 10, we have Cups, we win every team fight. It's not true, but I try and instill faith in the troops with it. So the blue Immortal is going down. I think LuBu's got this one pretty well in hand. We do have ProBUs coming in for one last defense, but and the nice Leeming gets damage out, and then Thrall gets the Thunder. Chasing while Lili got down to like 30 health. Unfortunately, Jaina wasn't so lucky. Lili really playing with fire, playing with the beam, and Johanna does not make it out. So I think Arthas might be toast. He's running back to the fort, trying to get in range of the fort. That sleep from Mal'Ganis kind of delayed him, though. That was just enough for them to collapse and take him down. So we do have the Red Immortal, but we only have 2 members of LuBu 3 now up to play with it. The wall's down. The towers are down. The fort, I don't think the Immortal's going to quite take the fort down. We've got too many members of ProBUs around to deal with it. Let's take a look at that Ming build. I wasn't really paying attention. So she went Dominance, Seeker, and Disintegrate. So yeah, Seeker can give you a lot of value there. We have LuBu being a little bit sneaky, and they're going to go in behind ProBUs. They go for that camp, and Anna got out, but she's in the ring. But I don't know. Unfortunately, no one's going to be able to follow up because they're all worried about their own lives there. That cup's coming out. Ton of value on the cups. Bandit low. Still getting a little low, but Lily's able to just keep throwing the heals out, and Mal'Ganis is going to go down. So I don't think Lily got credit for one of the kills, but you got to give her an assist on both of them because she kept her team up there without that cups being thrown exactly when it was. I think you see a dead member of LuBu. And they're able to press their 5-3 advantage and take the fort. Jaina finishing her quest, so she'll have more mana. So she'll be even more of a beast. Let's take a look at the damage. Who's let's see. Arthas leading hero damage. Interesting. And Ming on the other side. No surprise there. Alright, we have 13 up for LuBu. It'll be up for ProBUs very, very soon. I don't think they're going to be able to find a fight before ProBUs gets it, so they're not going to take advantage of that window. Johanna with the spinning hammers, so maybe she can catch someone unaware. What's Lily's build look like? Serpent Sidekick, hindering wind. She took the slow. So it's going to make it hard for someone to run away. So LuBu making no mistake about the fact that they just want this Immortal. They're going to try and get to halftime very, very quickly. ProBUs might have something to say about it. Mal'Ganis coming in, getting some sleeps on some people. He's a little bit in trouble himself. Johanna with the Knight's Condemn on him to keep under control. Cindergosa comes out. Doesn't get a lot of people hurt. Lily popping the cups. Keep her team alive. Streakwing. Oh, he was looking at Tuna Breath. Was that a cleanse? Did Lily take cleanse at 7? Yeah, she did. Let's go. Very nice. Mal'Ganis, a ton of red nameplates, really low around him, but couldn't decide which one to take, and they turned on him and said, there's 3 of us, there's 1 of you, I don't care if we're low. You can go sit down for a little while. So Mal'Ganis will have a little break here. And that leaves 4 fairly low members of LuBu to deal with the Immortal. Now 5. So ProBUs just taking off the shield they can. They know that they can't really contest that. And then in a big brain play, LuBu realized, if we tip this camp, we can go take the camp before the objective. And let's see, which lane is the camp going to go to? I think it's going to go top, and the Immortal is going to go bottom. So now ProBUs has 2 lanes they have to worry about. Looks like Thrall is up there. Where's he at on his stacking quest? He's got it. He's got the extra lightning. He's going to come down. They're going to let that camp maybe even crash into the wall because they need to defend this. So Ming coming out, she gets a lot of damage onto Streakwing, but he's able to get back and stay safe. Johanna going in, she's unstoppable. She doesn't care. She's going to go in and go after some people. Cindergosa coming out, so the fort is shut down. We get the Sunder that goes off, and Mal'Ganis is going to go down. And Raynor's in a little bit of trouble. Nice condemn there by Johanna to keep Raynor from escaping at first. He did get away, but he was really in harm's way there. I thought Jaina might have had him. So we do have everyone very, very low for LuBu. Cups will be back up at 9. I think they can finish this. I think once the cooldown on Cups is up, Lily just pops the Cups and runs around and keeps them up here. And there it goes. She does exactly that. And the core is down to 20%, 4%, 0%. And that takes game 2 over to LuBu. Very, very, very well played. All right, let's go take a look at the numbers there for that match. So if we sort this by damage, Li Ming certainly throwing out the damage. Surprisingly, Arthas is the top damage for LuBu. And they did. Yeah, let me let Alan Hicks know that we'll be getting an interview in a moment. So Arthas, the top hero damage, but they did manage to pull 7 kills to 4 out of that. So sometimes it's not the amount of damage, but exactly when you apply it. And they did a really good job of finding the spots and applying the pressure at exactly the right time. Sometimes it can be frustrating with me when you put up so much damage, and I've been the victim of that in many a Storm League game. You know, you put up 100,000 damage, and then you realize, hey, we didn't win because we couldn't get all the damage together at the right time. Lily, I'm going to give the MVP to Lily here. I'd like the guts of taking Lily into a competitive game like this, and I'm just a big fan of the panda, so I'm going to give that to Lily. It's my right as a caster, and I'm going to exercise it. So let's head back over to the scoreboard and update our situation here. So game 2 is a win for LuBu, and then the last thing I need to do is give a point to LuBu. So that gives us a 2-0 domination for LuBu, and ProBUs will have to fight their way through the first round of the playoffs. And I believe I have Alan Hicks joining me for an interview, so let me pop over there into chat. Give me just a second here, and I'll pull him in.
How about you, Rackham?
There he is, Alan Hicks, tank extraordinaire. I hope you really don't sleep with a revolver, man. That actually scared me when I read that. So.
No, I sleep with an automatic.
Oh well. Okay. If it's an automatic, it's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not fearful of that at all. Nothing bad can happen to that. Well, first and foremost, let me say congratulations. You guys put on a heck of a show.
Thank you.
What's the team vibe like right now? You guys pretty ecstatic?
Yeah, definitely. We've had a lot of struggles in this tournament, and we've had struggles in Storm League and stuff here lately. It's just been a big adjustment, and it feels really good to come out and get a good, quick 2-0. I would say a clean 2-0, but the second game was clean. The second
Yep.
game was pretty
Agreed.
clean for us. The first game, as clean as the second game was, the first game was that dirty.
Yeah, well, I think it was dirty on both sides, and we had filled court call for each team. So that's one of those games where at the end of it, both teams look at the replay and say, "Man, right there is when we had the game, and
Yeah.
we didn't do it." But I'll tell you what, I appreciate it because for the people watching on Twitch, it makes for some fine entertainment when it goes back and
Yeah,
forth like that. So.
after that first game, we were saying, "Holy crap, that was an exciting game." I bet he was thrilled to cast that game because it was back and forth a lot.
Yep.
And when they made the backdoor call in game 1, I didn't think I could stop them. I just stage dove back there because I'd taken Death Mosh, and I was just gonna basically suicide in there and try and slow them down so my team could back.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
so it was actually it would have been better for. I mean, it worked out so you guys win the game, but that's the case where it would have been better for you to die than to
yeah,
actually pull it off, and then you're like, but they didn't. Oh, come on, they didn't kill me. So yeah, no, that
yeah,
was a really good thought. And I think had you not gotten back with a stage dive when you did, I think maybe they were going to pull it off. And I saw them,
yeah. I think
of
they would
course.
have.
Yeah, I don't have fog of war, so I'm seeing the whole time like, hey, I see all the members of Propius marching down the bottom of the map. So I follow them with the camera. Like I don't know if they're going to pull it off, but I like the aggressiveness, and they almost did. You guys did a really good job of recognizing that, getting back with a stage dive to kind of put the put the slow on it, and I think that was. Had that not happened, they probably do in the game there. So it was a really nice defense, and then you guys recognizing when you were able to end the game later. So Very nice. I like the good recognition of the victory condition. Knowing you can
Yeah.
press on the gas and finish it. So that second game though. So do you guys play a lot of Lily, or is that something you kind of pulled out specially here, or is that just a staple in your
That's one.
pantry?
That's one of Suikanen's favorite supports. We haven't played a lot of her lately, but we were looking at it, and half their damage was in AA. I mean, Thrall, Rainer,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and Lily brings a cleanse, and they didn't really have a ton of stuff that could interrupt Jugs. I mean, they had Sleep from Mal'Ganis, and Sundering are really their best bet. So it looked pretty good, and with all the blinds from Johanna and Lily, it helped out in our ability to fight and our ability to race.
Yeah, there was one play. I think it was Streakwing on Greymane where Lily just literally reached into the fire and pulled him out and said, "Not today, not today. You're going to live." Because he was, I had him written off as dead. I was getting ready to say, "Down goes Greymane," and then, oh wait, he doesn't. He got out of that. Oh, I had to go back and look at the talents because I hadn't paid attention. She took the cleanse. Like, yep, she did take the cleanse, and it definitely saved someone's life there. So, if I gotta call an MVP that second game, I gotta call Lily. She had the clutch cleanse there. She had cups in a team fight that ended up being a two kill to zero death team fight, and then at the end without the cups, you guys probably finished the game. I'm not sure, but when
It's
you
iffy if we don't.
yeah
And when we were pushing up, after we got the keep down, he was saying, cooldown for cups is this. And then, a couple later it's like 5 seconds, and then a little bit later, 3. Okay, cups is coming out. He let us know it
yeah
was coming in.
Yeah, as I was casting, I had my eyes on the cooldown. I was just as soon as this gets to zero, it's gonna go off, and sure enough, that's what happened. And at that point, the core was low enough, and they just didn't have the gas to compete at that point. So well played, well played. Um, so you guys are going to make the playoffs. Were you concerned going in today that you weren't gonna take a map and you're gonna be sitting out the playoffs, or were you pretty
Oh, I
convinced that you
didn't.
were going to at least take one?
I didn't think we were going to make the playoffs at all. I wasn't worried about it. I mean, I haven't looked at the standings at all. We treat the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational as like organized scrims.
Mm-hmm.
We don't treat this as competitively as we do NGS. Uh, we look at it more as an opportunity to play other teams in our caliber in an organized fashion, because it's difficult to arrange scrims between teams. If you
Yeah.
don't have
Oh, I
an
feel it.
organization behind it. Uh, and like I said, we had some rough stuff and didn't think we were gonna. I thought we were gonna be out of playoffs. We had to give up a 2-0 victory because of some uh, forgetfulness on my part regarding our roster. I didn't update the roster, and we had stuff going on there. So I didn't think we would make the playoffs based on the rough season we had and losing out a basically a 3-0 win.
Well, you guys are in the playoffs, so you thought you were going to get a little break before NTS starts up proper, but nope, you guys are going to have to play another week. So I hope that's not too much of a hardship for you, and you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, we can make that work.
All right. Well, I will let you get out of here. And oh, you talked about scrims. If you do want to scrim, I know this other team in division, probably the Bloodbath and Beyond's looking for some scrims. So whenever you want to, look me up, and
All
you
right.
you will probably get a respect ban for that Lily because I don't want to face that because it's annoying to face that damn little panda when she's on her game. So make sure to tell him I said he had a really good game. You guys really came out and impressed me. You just knocked the crap out of him in that second game after a tight first game. So go party with your team, celebrate the good win, and we will see you in the playoffs, my good friend.
All right. Thank you, and thanks so much for casting.
Not a problem. Love it. All right,
Have a great
guys.
one.
That is going to do it for me here from this game for the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational. And I will let you all get out of here, go into the Nexus, play some games, have fun, be safe out there, everyone. Thanks.